And like, that's not the first time that he's missed on, gimme throws. It's unfortunately been an issue for, chunks of this season, for big chunks, accuracy on short yardage stuff. And the ironic part is, in college, we never saw these inaccurate issues, or these accuracy issues rather, from Wilson. He was actually one of the more accurate quarterbacks in that class. The short stuff was never an issue, but to me, it looks like he is pressing. He is trying to do too much. He is thinking too much instead of just letting it rip and play like we saw in the first half against the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, credit to the Saints. They have a very good defense, and they absolutely could be, an issue for a young quarterback. And once again, thankfully, he didn't have any turnovers, but there were absolutely times where he bounced the swing pass. He threw it behind or too high for a wide receiver or just someone out of the backfield. And I think the reasoning behind that is he's not trusting himself. Instead of just saying, this is what I see, let me rip, he is just thinking entirely too much. And what that shows me is that's something that's fixable with more repetition, right? Like, you could say the decision-making has gotten better because the interception numbers have gone down. Yes, there are still interceptions, but they have gone down significantly since the injury. I think he's making the correct reads. I just think he is off a little bit right now, which I would rather take that than him looking like he doesn't have a clue at all, which that's not what I see. I see a guy like, okay, I see that I'm going to take this check down and I'm either throwing it too hard, too high, behind the player, or bouncing it. That's fixable. You could teach Zach Wilson, or Zach Wilson with more reps is going to learn how to hit those throws. Some of the other stuff, the raw talent that we see, is not teachable, which was the whole argument for why you don't run Mike White or you don't run Joe Flacco or Josh Johnson, because you have to have the guy who you just invested a second overall pick in learn on the job. That's the whole point of this year. No one said wins and losses were going to matter for this team, but next year they do. So you have to have the rookie quarterback, the young quarterback, figure it the F out this year. And yeah, he struggled, but guess what? Rookie quarterbacks have waves. Like I said, against the Eagles, offensive rookie of the week, 3 touchdowns in the first half. This week against the Saints, not very good. Maybe this upcoming week against Miami, he plays better. Or maybe it's another struggle game. There's no way to tell because he's a rookie freaking quarterback. But no, can't say that. It's too illogical. You have to make a definitive statement on him after what? How many starts does he have now? 9? He's a bust. That's it. Mailing it in. They tried. They gave it the old college try with Zach Wilson. After 9 games, we've decided that he can't play at this level and that, they're going to take Matt Corral 4th overall and they're going to fire Robert Saleh because, it's his fault that this team has stunk for the last decade. And that's it. That's the first round. They're going to take Matt Corral and Kyle Hamilton. That's it. That'll fix this team. Right? Safety's a huge need. Quarterback's obviously a need because this one can't play. We've decided that after 9 games. I don't get it. Well, this year was never about wins. It wasn't. If your expectation was, this team, they have to win X amount of games or it's an abject failure. No. It was never that. It was a building year. And progression isn't always linear. There's grooves. It's a roller freaking coaster. Just let it play out. You don't have to have a definitive take on everything in the moment. Sometimes you could say, hey, Zach Wilson sucked against the Saints, but I still believe in him because X, Y, and Z. It's nope. Zach Wilson sucked this week. He's always going to suck. The Jets suck. Fire everyone. Fire Douglas. Draft a safety. Draft a new quarterback. And we'll try this thing all over again in 2022. And then if, God forbid, Matt Corral sucks, then guess what? There's probably someone in 2023 that's coming out. You could take Bryce Young or whoever the hell is going to come out then, and just around and around and around and around we go. And next thing you know, you've missed the playoffs for 20 years. It's not a 10-year drought. It's going to be a 20-year drought.